They came to Las Vegas to fulfill their dreams. The city of lights, the thrill of it all, the chance for a new life. But their reality lies beneath the feet of those who have achieved success. Here the neighbors are rats and cockroaches, the walls are damp, and the air smells of mold and fear. They call themselves underground moles. Here the neighbors are rats and cockroaches, the walls are damp, and the air smells of mold and fear. Beneath Las Vegas lies a place tourist brochures never mention, while people upstairs order gold-covered steaks and play blackjack. Right under their feet stretches another world. Hundreds of miles of concrete storm drains. On paper, it's just infrastructure. In reality, it's an underground city full of people the surface forgot. I'm not going down here like some horror movie hero. I'm here to face reality. A rusted ladder, the smell of damp concrete, and one question in my head: what if this was my life? Have you ever imagined waking up one day, not in your home, but on cold concrete, in darkness, with no address? These tunnels dive deeper and deeper, reaching 7 stories below ground in some places. No signs, no sunlight. Just wet walls, graffiti, and echoes. It's estimated that between 1,500 and 2,000 people live down here. Some hide from the law. Some ran out of options. Some simply have no one left waiting for them above. Even underground, there are neighborhoods. Locals give them names like North, Family, or the Graveyard. There are unwritten rules, leaders, quiet wars. No sun, but territory you fight for just as fiercely as people fight for real estate up top. My guide is Rob. He has spent 5 years in these tunnels. When I ask what kept him going, he pauses. The thought that one day I'd get out, and the people beside me. The worst thing here is sudden water. Rain is rare in Vegas, but when it comes, it's vicious. Hard desert soil doesn't absorb anything, so all the water rushes into the drains. Even if the strip is dry, a storm miles away can turn this tunnel into a raging river in minutes. Rob tells me about the night the water came. First a faint rumble, then a freezing wall that sweeps away mattresses, bags, people. He lost 2 friends that night. Their bodies were never found. He's not angry anymore, just tired. Down here, you always learn too late that your life is in danger. The deeper we walk, the more this place feels like a strange version of a home. Pallets become beds. Sofas are lifted on bricks so the next flood won't take them. A kitchen is an old hot plate wired to a car battery. One man proudly shows me his washer, a bucket, a rope, and a bar of soap. Better than nothing, he grins, like he's presenting the latest home appliance. Some stories are hard to believe. There's an elderly man who once worked as a security guard at a hotel with a swimming pool.
My pension wasn't enough to cover the rent. At first, I slept in my car, then the car disappeared, so I went underground.
Here he met a woman who works as a cleaner above ground. They joke about having an underground marriage without papers. 2 mugs on a small shelf. A candle. When they light it, the tunnel stops being just a pipe. Do you think a family can exist even here? But not all love survives. A couple on the far side of the system spent over a year fighting addiction and floods at the same time. Love down here isn't romance. It's whoever stands between you and the water. Whoever brings medicine when no one else will. I ask another man, what was the most valuable thing he lost before ending up here?
Not my home, not my car. I stopped being a son. My parents got tired of waiting for me to get my life together. They stopped answering. Since then, there's nowhere to go back to.
What's worse? Losing a roof or losing the people who say come home. You still see traces of normal life. A teddy bear, neat stacks of books, family photos in frames. One man shows me a picture. Him, his wife, and 2 kids by a pool. He hasn't seen his children in over 10 years.
I don't want them to see me like this.
Could you forgive a father who vanished into the dark? Some walls are painted like a gallery. Bright faces, wings, words about freedom. The artist scavenges paint from construction sites.
When I'm painting, I'm not in a tunnel.
He smiles. His art has survived floods, a reminder that even water doesn't erase everything. Not all moments here are tragedy. One former resident remembers sitting in total darkness, thinking it was over. Someone handed him a flashlight and a bag of food and said,
Tonight, it's your turn to live.
Years later, that same man helps others get out. Hope starts with someone who refuses to look away. There's a woman with a dog who reads prayers aloud every evening, though she no longer knows what she believes in.
The dog doesn't care about the words. She cares that I'm here.
What keeps people alive here? Faith, habit, or responsibility to another soul. White stripes on the wall indicate a new flood level. Each one is a warning.
Rain!
When someone shouts,
Rain!
people have a few minutes to grab the most important things and run. There's even a tiny memorial, plastic flowers, stones, a heart made of bottle caps, names of those washed away. No headstones, but memory still matters. And life here includes tiny joys. Someone repairs a thrown-out kid's bike and gifts it to a boy from another tunnel. Someone builds a speaker from old wires so they can play music once a week. Rob tells me about a night they blasted rock songs and called their tunnel the Underground Club. For an hour, it felt less like a pipe and more like a place where humans live. Sometimes when it rains above, the city cools down. Down here, someone stands under a grate and watches the sky,
I like rain. When I'm on this side of the water.
says a man who nearly died once. The tunnel can be a trap or shelter. The longer I stay, the clearer it becomes. This isn't the bottom. It's a parallel world. People here laugh, argue, fall in love, get jealous, reconcile, take care of each other. The only difference, above you have an address. Here you only have the people who will either help you or push you away. Why do some, in this situation, try to pull others up while others drag them down? We climb back to the light. Traffic roars, hotel lights flash, people take neon selfies and rush to casinos. It's hard to accept that right below all this, barely a meter under the asphalt, another life goes on. Same feelings, zero safety net. Underground Vegas isn't a myth, and it's not a monster city. It's proof of how fragile comfort is. A few wrong decisions, the wrong crowd, and anyone can end up here. Final question. If you could spend a day with these people, would you go down or pretend this world doesn't exist? Sometimes, to stay human on the surface, you must look into the darkness everyone else avoids.